Every single time when we do car reviews, I should be ready. I should follow the protocol. It means shaved, dressed, and drink a cup of coffee to bring the energy to you. But today I said fuck it. This 2020 Mazda 3 Hatchback looks so good, but I don't think anyone would even notice me not following the protocol. Because again, it looks so hot. But then I thought, no, I still have to be professional. This car smiles at you every time you look at it. While I'm finishing up this cup of coffee, you have to ring the bell, hit the subscribe button, and watch the newest and coolest videos every single week. I'm almost done. Shall we? The lines, the paint job, the smiling front grille. If you find a very specific angle and park this car to hide the front, get a slice of duct tape and just hide the logo on the rear wheel. It looks Italian. It looks like Lamborghini Urus in a smaller package with Italian Ferrari taillights. But now this car starts from $23,700 for base MSRP. That's something that should tell you one simple thing. Just quit driving boring cars. Hey, we're here to tell open-minded people that the car should feel alive. No pun intended. Do you wear a grandpa suit every day? Then you shouldn't settle for a boring car. Especially when the excuse, can't afford that, is no longer in place. I think the Mazda keeps getting other manufacturers in the classroom and tell them, alright guys, here is how you're gonna get the best value into your cars, make them look good without getting the price up. If you like to pedal the car the way you want it, they still offer a manual transmission. Under the hood you will find 2.5-liter 4-cylinder 16-valve engine that produces 186. Wait, 186 what? Mazda decided, let's make it easy for journalists. They must remember all of those numbers, so we're gonna make the power 186 and pound-feet of torque is gonna be 186. Pretty simple, right? Now pay attention to the details. This car has cylinder deactivation system, and normally you will see something like that on a bigger engine, something like V6, 3.5, 3.6 liter. That's exactly how they get the power, and at the same time you can pump up to 35 miles per gallon when you're just cruising on freeways. Since this is all-wheel drive, we didn't see 35 miles per gallon, but this car easily can average 30 miles per gallon. We had a chance to drive it during the nighttime along the US one, and what I've noticed, those headlights are not only design element. Mazda actually made them very bright, adaptive headlight technology, so when you make the steering input, the headlights are turning left and right depending where you're going. A lot of things inside you will see is focused on the driver, and when you exit the car, it's still focused around you. So for example, take the My Mazda app. It can tell you the tire pressure, where you parked the car if you forgot the street, as well as some basic maintenance things like you need to do an oil change and when you're gonna need the next maintenance done. But then when you're gonna use this app and finally find the car where you parked it, you get inside, you look around, and it's beautiful. You look at the interior, you touch things, and you feel it's a good high-quality interior, something that you would expect from more expensive, more luxurious brand. Turn on the radio, play some songs, and it's beautiful as well. This Bose system was specifically designed with Mazda in order to produce the best possible quality for this specific cabin volume. Meaning those attention to the details. It's not only about leather, it's not only about the materials, it's also about being obsessed with little, simple details that are usually defining what kind of car you get. You've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Believe it or not, I keep mentioning it only because some of the cars even today, like 2020, 2021 model year, still don't have Android Auto. And even if they cost over 100K, you wanna see the real example? We're gonna put the link here. Excellent layout on the center dash where you have 8.8-inch screen that used to be sitting on top of the panel. Right now it's kinda inside, so it's not obstructing the view like you used to see in Mazda vehicles before. And if you look at the gauges, you will see this 7-inch screen, and it's also beautifully done. On the left and on the right side you have this more like analog gauges. On the middle you have this big screen that's focused on the speedo, and the layout, the way they've done it, that looks beautiful. Sometimes you get the car for review and you get this feeling that the car is designed, and then they start placing things from different vehicles. Here you get the impression that somebody was designing the car and designing as a whole thing without like pulling parts from different vehicles. Mazda proves yet again that you can buy something that's gonna look beautiful without sacrificing, or should I say donating, your piggy bank. The infotainment system has its own name, Mazda Connect, and in order to control it you would use this big knob that sits right on the middle behind the gearbox shifter. It's not Lexus or Acura when things sometimes can get really complicated. Here you get simplicity that works right at your fingertips. That's literally when you use armrest for your right hand, that's where you have all the controls. Do you know anyone, including yourself, who reads the owner's manual when you're buying a new car? No, seriously, tell me in the comments below, I'd love to know. I can explain you why I'm curious. If you buy Mazda 3, you would need to read owner's manual, because on this screen you got so many little tweaks that you can find in your settings. You can tweak every possible little detail. What I'm talking about, for example, if you'd like to open all the doors when you're grabbing the door handle, you select in the menu all the doors when you're grabbing the door handle. If you'd like to flash your turn signal when you're touching it, like 3 times, you just go to the menu and you got those settings. This car got tons of settings, just to make sure that you will have it the way you like it. I know this is the time when we have to talk about something really important, how it drives. Before we get to that, I would like to tell you one fun fact. Heads-up display shows you the speed signs, and it's mounted right behind the center mirror. It does the job on freeways, but it's not really good when it comes to curve speed signs. Several times I found this issue when you're driving and see on the heads-up display something like 45-50 mile speed limit, when in reality you're approaching the curve, and the curve speed sign says something like 25-30 miles per hour. That's a huge difference, but I feel like Mazda just secretly telling you, yeah, come on, you can do it. This car can go even faster. So if you're a good driver, you'll get this message from Mazda. Come on, you can do it. For the past week I've been driving it, I get this feeling in my mind. This is more like a 4-seater family Miata with a lot of coffee. First 10 minutes of driving, you get this feeling. It runs on a set of coils. But as soon as you hit the freeways and drive like 60-70 miles an hour, it's very smooth. No adjustable or electronically controlled suspension. But it feels like it. Getting this car with all-wheel drive, my only wish would be, hey, Mazda, we need more power. I mean, literally, going through the corners, it can handle it. Yeah. I can do it all day long with this car. So by this point you're probably wondering, anything you don't like about this car? Well, actually yes. Active safety features are not best in business. Well, you see it. Especially when it comes to active lane assist. And I know you will say, yeah, Volvo costs way more. But you can get Kia Seltos, for example. It's got really good steering assist. It would probably cost you as much as this Mazda 3, and you can check out our review here. And we're also gonna put all the links in the description below. So yeah, active lane assist is not really doing the job. It's not really holding you in the lane. It makes a bare minimum input just to save you, and sometimes it's not really working the way it's supposed to be. And in other words, it tries to correct you instead of keeping you in the lane. That's definitely some room for improvement for Mazda, but this is something that I can live with. You don't know it, but I have a passenger on the back, and for the past 20 minutes we've been filming, well, my passenger was always telling me, it's uncomfortable, don't drive fast. And the second thing you have to keep in mind, if you're like 6 foot or 6'2", you probably won't enjoy riding on the back seat that much. So if you're gonna have 2 adults up front and let's say a child seat on the back, you should be fine. At least until they're gonna swap the child seat for something bigger. But overall, with everything in mind, Mazda did a really excellent interior. So if Mazda is gonna find a way how to make these lower door panels a little bit better without raising the price, if they're gonna fix the active lane assist and do a couple of minor tiny little tweaks and maybe make a little bit more room on the back, it will be absolutely perfect. Let's sum up. This is what we always wanted. Family Miata that has only one issue. It cannot drop the top down. It drives, it looks, and it's affordable. Every time you get closer and open the door, you get this big smile on your face. When we do car reviews, we keep the car for a week, and that's quite rare when I'm gonna say, can we keep it a little bit longer? Can we keep it a bit longer? Can we keep it a bit longer? Can we keep it a bit longer? That's how good the 2020 Mazda 3 Hatchback is. There's absolutely nothing that should stop you.